I have spent the last 30 days getting in shape.
Focusing on putting on weight and bulking. I've tracked every workout, every weight, every calorie, every meal, and every recipe, and provided it all here. If you're interested in getting in shape and bulking, but don't know where to start, this is the place for you. I've spent the last 30 days figuring it out so you don't have to. If you stick around at the end, I'll discuss my results, my entire food and workout plan, as well as discussing any resources that I think would be useful if you're trying to start this journey yourself. With that being said, let's get into it. Real quick, I'm going to go through the goals that I've set for this month. I've kind of split it up into 4 different sections. 1 is a personal requirement, something that I can directly control every day. 2 is going to be a short-term goal, something either daily or weekly that I can hope to achieve. 3 is going to be a long-term goal, something that I hope to achieve by the end of the month. And 4 is going to be very long-term goals that if I continue with this path of bulking and eating and working out, that I'd like to achieve potentially 3 months down the road. The first is going to be the personal requirement. That is going to be 3,800 to 4,000 calories per day. Now, I've set this goal through using online calculators that I'll talk about in the meal prep section. The 2 short-term goals are no more than 4 days missed of my calorie goal. I want to have no days missed of exercise. Next is going to be the long-term goal. This is the goal I want to reach by the end of the month. So I weighed myself day 1, and I was coming in at around 152-ish. My goal by day 30 is to be 165. Finally is going to be my very long-term goals. 1, reach a weight of 175. The second is going to be to bench 2 plates on bench press. One weekend. The first few days of exercise are a lot. For the first week, man, everything just kind of took a toll, and I was just physically beat at the end of every day. But this week, thus far, it's been better. A little weight update. So this morning, I weighed myself and I was 157, which is an improvement. Again, I think last week was 152. So I think 5 pounds in a week is a lot. Again, I'm eating a lot of food for the first time in a while, so the weight kind of goes up and down. It changes throughout the day, but it's moving in the right direction. And then kind of the final thought from this first week is that meal prepping, making meals, is kind of a pain. Part of that is the kitchen I have right now is kind of small. I'm sharing with a bunch of roommates, which is fine, but it's when I'm meal prepping, I've got all these containers set out and I'm trying to cook 3 different meats and this kind of rice and pasta at the same time. And it's just a little crazy and it's kind of a pain. Then I'm also having to weigh everything to make sure I get the right amounts. But overall, it's been a good first week. I think the biggest thing has been trying to be consistent in my schedule. But the calorie goals besides the weekend has been good. But yeah, if you're at this week point, maybe leave a comment and kind of tell me how it's going and what your thoughts are. 30 days are done, so I want to spend a few minutes talking about how I did on my goals, what my plan was, as well as what things can you implement in your own life. At the beginning of the month, I was around 152, 153, and by the end, I weighed myself and I reached 165.6. So I reached my goal. This was a huge success. Now, some of the weight is water weight. It's not purely muscle, obviously, but regardless, we managed to reach that goal. One thing to note about this is that it steadily increased over the 4 weeks. There wasn't one point where it just jumped up a lot. Kind of the lesson I took away from this is just trust the bulk. One important thing that I did do is start taking creatine the second weekend. Now, creatine is a normal supplement. This isn't some crazy steroid or anything, but it does contribute to retaining water and retaining that muscle mass a lot quicker. My second goal was to not miss a workout. Now, I managed to stay healthy during this time, and I didn't miss a workout during the week. However, my original plan was to do a long run on weekends, and I only managed to get 1 of those in the 4 weekends that I had. While I was disappointed I wasn't able to reach this goal, I was at least glad that a long run was something that almost detracted from my bulking. It burnt more calories. Now, it was part of me wanting to get in shape, but the fact that I missed it wasn't too big of a deal. And I kind of learned that if you're going to set a workout plan, maybe make your weekend plans a lot more flexible. And if it is a workout, maybe it's something you can miss. My final goal was to not miss more than 4 days of my calorie goal. My calorie goal ended up being about 4,000 calories, and I'll discuss that a little bit later. And after looking back through my meal tracker on MyFitnessPal, I missed this on 8 days, 6 of which were weekends. Again, weekends proved to be a consistent issue of me meeting my goals. I would sleep in, wouldn't have breakfast till 11 or 12, and then it would be too difficult to fit in the rest of however many calories I needed for the rest of the day. However, as you can see, just missing a couple of days of the calorie goal, I still usually made at least 2,500 to 3,000 calories, and I still met my weight goal. So it's not the end of the world if you miss a day. Now I'm going to quickly go through my workout and meal prep plan. So Sunday was the only day that I had planned as a rest. And on Sundays and Wednesdays were my 2 meal prep days. These were my freest evenings, my freest days. I was able to grocery shop and then cook those evenings after work. I found that it was best to meal prep for 3 days and then cook again. This prevented me from taking up too much space in the fridge, as well as the food going bad before I was able to eat it. And then throughout the week, it was pretty standard. Back and biceps on Monday, chest, shoulders, triceps on Tuesday, kind of a push-pull split. Wednesdays was legs, and then I repeated again with back and biceps, chest, shoulders, triceps. Saturday was a long run again. I missed that a couple times, but that was the plan. And then Tuesday and Thursdays I had runs. Tuesday was an interval run, and then Thursday was a tempo run. Finally, this is the entire list of workouts that I did for chest, shoulder, tricep, back, bicep, abs, and legs. I don't have the links here, but in the description there will be links to videos describing how to do all of these workouts, and I'll have videos of all of them as well in my daily TikToks. You can see if it's chest day, you can see me doing the exercise. Now to go through my meal plan a little bit, I calculated my BMR and TDEE using calculators. The BMR is your basal metabolic rate. This is the amount of calories you burn just existing. If you sat around and did nothing all day, this is what you would burn. TDEE is my total daily expenditure. Using this calculator, I entered in these descriptions. I'm 21 years old, 6 feet tall, 155 pounds, and then I wanted fast weight gain. With all that, it regulated to say that I should be eating around 3706 calories per day. I bumped this up to usually around 3,800 to 4,000 calories. Again, I'm very okay with going over this in a strict regimen. It's more like this is the minimum that I need. As far as my eating schedule, it was kind of split up between protein shake in the morning and as I go to the workout, then breakfast, then a snack, then lunch, then a snack. Then if I have an evening workout like a run, and then dinner, and then maybe a snack before bed. Now quickly, I have links to and descriptions of all the meals that I had, all of the recipes, all of the calories and stuff in the description. But I'm just going to briefly kind of scroll through it here. We had the breakfast split up on here. I had the amount of calories written out, different types of lunches, different dinners. Again, all of these recipes will be in the description. I'm thinking about potentially doing like a ranking video of what meals I like the best or easiest to cook. So if you're watching this far, let me know if that's something you would be interested in. That's kind of a brief overview of the meals. So I've tried to provide you with every resource imaginable. I've tried to give you videos of all the workouts that I did. I've given you a daily updates of exactly what I did and what I ate each day. And I've provided every resource, all the food, all the calories, all the meals, everything. So hopefully this is easy for you to implement in your own life. The biggest things you're gonna have to do is 1, create a schedule. You might not be able to fit everything in the same way I did with work and school, whatever. The number 2 thing is going to be consistency. Now, I've tried to provide an example of what it looks like. You're not gonna make every day. Sometimes you're gonna sleep in, sometimes you're gonna miss a workout, and that's okay. But I've shown that you have to stick with it for this 30 days or for longer if that's what it takes. But you've seen proof. You know, this works. 30 days and I put on around 10 pounds. So I would encourage you to try this out. If there's something you're interested in, try and utilize these resources, utilize something similar, find what works best for you, and maybe one day you can, look like me. Okay, no, that was terrible. No.